money for nothing, just for free.
Hey guys, how you doing? So here we go. We did the Magic Collector Box portfolio. Today we're doing the Pokemon portfolio. One thing I want to say is everyone says booster boxes are king and everything. I tend to disagree. Two reasons why is as I get into the Pokemon community more and I see, what people taking pictures of the collections and stuff, less are showing off their booster boxes, more are showing off their ETBs and PC ETB collections. I just believe the collectability is a lot heavier for them as opposed to booster boxes. Another thing is regular ETBs are retail friendly. They're mostly in retail, and they're more likely to get ripped in a retail setting as opposed to a booster box being ordered, unless it's, ordered by a rip and shipper or something. And if you just look at the sheer numbers, they're rare online anyway, too. So it's a lot easier to order a booster box online than it is in ETB. I won't say quantity-wise. Let's say quantity-wise. You can use a lot more quantity with a booster box generally than a ETB, or especially a PC ETB. So anyway, let's get into the portfolio. A lot of these are based on picks I've already made. Just holding, because I believe there's certainly more potential. First but not least, my favorite Mimikyu, Paladin Fates Pokemon Center ETB. Unfortunately, I wish it had a little bit different artwork, even though I love Mimikyu and everything, but the Pokemon Center and the regular ETB are pretty much the same as far as this goes. All right. Another pick recently. Hasn't moved as much as some of the other picks, but it's still trending upwards. It's around 155 right now. Supply's decreasing, and it's a cheap one to get into. And I think Twilight Masquerade in the future will be one of those sets that collectors will certainly be going after. I think it's one of the best main sets in Scarlet and Violet. The specialty sets pretty much rock it out of the park. And you got Destined Rivals, but then, a lot of the main sets are I think Twilight Masquerade's a bit better than So I got the one PC here. This portfolio is going to have two. Here's the other one. It's wrapped. I checked it out. It's in perfect condition and everything. It's just this is the way it was shipped. So if I can see it was in perfect condition, why bother taking it out of the wrap? Just more protection. All right. All right, here's another one. Astral Radiance. This one is actually lost value since I bought it and since I recommended. Not much, negligible, like $10, $5, something like that. But I think Astral Radiance is going to pump. I think a lot of Sword Shields are getting ready to pump right now. And I think Astral Radiance is one of those sets that didn't get the same type of pump that, earlier Sword and Shield got. I think later Sword and Shield's going to do a lot better this time around. And that's why we have two Brilliant Stars Pokemon Center ETBs. This one, unfortunately, I ordered off a TCG player. I've already complained about this on the channel. I don't seem to learn my lesson, but they gave me a pretty good refund on it. There's a little hole there, you guys notice, and then the back that really made me mad. That was not disclosed whatsoever, but they gave me a pretty good chunk back, so I said, I'll keep it then. This one I acquired in a trade today. This one's in great condition. I talked about this on the channel. This trade was coming up. I finally got it done. It was a Chilling Reign booster box and another one in the portfolio. Two Journey Togethers, but we're only putting one Journey Together in the portfolio. I only intended to have one. It was just, he had two, and it made the trade even. Plus, he threw in a couple of singles, so I have those two. But yeah, I think Journey, this is only 125. It's fairly new, so there's a decent amount of supply compared to other PC ETBs on the market. I doubt it's one that's going to get restocked. So, And I believe it or not, I've heard a couple of people say this is their favorite set. So as mid as the community thinks it is, I think there's some people. I think it's a little bit underrated. I think it's a bit better than mid. So, trainer sets aren't that great, historically, but I think the artwork on this is beautiful too. At 125, you really can't go wrong. I mean, it's a PC ETB. So, and yeah. And we go back to another early pick. This one was a good one. The Evolving Skies regular ETB. I said made a rebuy call. I think this is about to pump again. And I think it's undervalued. Should be valued roughly around $500. If that booster box is going to be at $2,500. So, yeah, that there. Another call from the past, the Fusion Strike PC ETB. Another one, I think this is going to go beyond 50% of a booster box price on this next run. I think this could start to, that's another thing. Sword and Shield Pokemon Center ETBs are cheaper than the booster box. From Scarlet and Violet, most of them are more expensive than the booster box. That's why we have 2 Twilight Masquerade. Those Twilight Masquerade PCs, ETBs, are underneath one of the most expensive booster boxes in the SV era. So they got some catching up to do, and they're going to get there. And yeah, I think the Fusion Strike this PC ETB is going to be one of the first in the Sword and Shield era to show how much more powerful the Pokemon Center ETBs are. I think it's going to start gaining. It might go to like 60%, maybe even 70% of the booster box value. And finally, I said I was thinking about buying one of these. Well, not one of these. This is a Destin Rivals regular ETB. Now, I'm not telling you, like, go out to the market and buy one. If anything, if you have the extra money and you just want to go with the PC ETB. I got this for retail. I'm also recommending any Destin Rivals at retail you get, just hold on to. That's pretty much what I've been doing. I sold on release day some stuff I got at profit, so virtually this ETB was free. But yeah, I've pretty much held everything else I've had. People love this set. They want to master set it and stuff. And I do believe there will be another Pokemon Center drop for the PC ETB. So I'm kind of waiting on that for either a price dip or an opportunity to buy one off of Pokemon Center. So I'm just holding this in the meantime, just so I still have the exposure reminding me how bad I want the PC ETB in this collection. All right, guys, have a good one. This is the Pokemon ETB Collector Portfolio.